Viewers, tonight we're going to begin with a story that is at once provocative and offensive. It's offensive to the idea of India, viewers, and that's why we are leading with it tonight. A stunning and deeply provocative development from West Bengal. A TMC MLA openly declaring December 6th, the day Babri Masjid fell in 1992, as the, quote, foundation day, unquote, for a new mosque in Murshidabad, Indian soil, in Bengal, close to the border of Bangladesh. Yes, this man in the middle of your screens, viewers, who works for Mamata Banerjee, is a legislator in Mamata Banerjee's party, is part and parcel of the state government administration in a sense, viewers, given the fact that he's an office bearer on oath, wants to construct the Babri Masjid on Indian soil. Posters have suddenly been pasted across the district of Murshidabad. Announcements are being made for mobilization, all pointing to a deliberate attempt to rake up one of India's most sensitive wounds. Viewers, 500 years ago, and we barely found closure. 500 years ago, viewers, by all available records and indications, the Babri Masjid was built on the site of a desecration of a temple dedicated to Lord Ram, which had been erected eons back to mark his birthplace. Viewers, this man believes that the Babri Masjid should be made again a symbol of bigotry, of supremacism, of cultural vandalism, must be put together in Bengal. Listen first, viewers, to the combative resolutions of TMC MLA Humayun Kabir. And remember, viewers, while you are listening to him, remember what he is campaigning for and who he is campaigning for. Jog your memory back. Who was Babur? What did he do in this country? What was his intention? First listen.
बाबरी मस्जिद का शिलान्यास होगी 6 दिसंबर। स्टेट का मेरा नेता सब लोग को संहति दिवस भी उद्यापन होगी। मैं यहाँ का बेलडंगा में एक बाबरी मस्जिद 3 साल के लिए काम चलेगी, इसीलिए उनका भित्ति स्थापन होगी और मुस्लिम लीडर लोग सब आएंगे।
The question is simple. What exactly is being honored here? Who? History tells us Babur weaponized faith. His campaigns were framed as jihad. His armies rallied as soldiers of Islam. And his chronicles are filled with contempt for what he called, quote, accursed enemies of Islam, unquote. Viewers, Babur's forces often viewed their invasions of India through a religious lens, believing they were fighting a holy war against non-Muslims. These are annotated facts mentioned, viewers, in the Baburnaama, mentioned in other court documents. Viewers, the religious justification extended to specific acts of iconoclasm. Most famously, the alleged destruction of a temple at Ayodhya. And I'm only using the word alleged, viewers, because I am being mindful of propriety. I don't want to stir passions at this late date, specifically when the Supreme Court has ruled and tried to cauterize this wound, this civilizational insult, viewers. And also, let me tell you, I'm using my words carefully because just yesterday we marked the culmination of the construction of the Ram Mandir, a victory, viewers, for civilizational justice. So I don't want to scratch like this man is doing at old wounds. In fact, viewers, the man he wants to honor, the man Humayun Kabir wants to honor, Babur, the Baburnama suggests that Babur saw himself in the image of two other Islamic invaders, Mahmud of Ghazni and Muhammad of Ghor. You know who those individuals are, viewers. Do I need to tell you? Great desecrators of the Hindu tradition and Hindu civilization. One brought down one of India's most iconic temples. In the prelude to the Battle of Khanwa, Babur, in his own words, used phrases like army of Islam, accursed enemies of Islam, wretched Hindus. How do we know all this, viewers? Because it has been documented meticulously in a book published by Penguin recently, viewers, called Babur the Chessboard King by Abbas Maladhyar. Yet today, a sitting MLA of a ruling party in this country, in Bengal, chooses that legacy as inspiration. It's not surprising that the BJP is lashing out at Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, TMC and other opposition cohorts like the so-called secular parties that are the Congress and the left for keeping quiet. Viewers, the BJP says TMC is endangering secularism. Those harboring such dreams have no love for secularism. 5 acres of land were allocated for the construction of a mosque by the Supreme Court, no less. They won't build that, but they want to build a Babri Masjid. This proves that TMC and other opposition have struck a compromise with fundamentalist forces. They say secularism is in danger. No, India's future is in danger because of this pseudo-secularism, unquote. This is Sudhanshu Trivedi, BJP Member of Parliament today, viewers, made this remark. Is this merely appeasement politics? Or is this a deeper attempt at revisionism? Is it an ideological flex with the very forces that have long sought to divide India? Let's open this up, viewers. Let's ask some fundamental questions. Let me begin with Tausif Ahmed Khan, noted advocate, someone who speaks up for the TMC in Bengal. Now, sir, for which community in this country can Babur suddenly become an inspiration to build a mosque for him? For a man whose bigotry was loosely adorning his sword arm. Why would you do that?
No, Rahul, you see, these are very scholarly academic debate, which we are trying to do through this TV channel. You see,
so you want me to be what? A mad, ranting lunatic like some of the members of your party that want to eulogize Babur? For God's sake, sir. Or do you want me to now also join hands with you and say, let's also build a... hang on. A big black marble mausoleum to Aurangzeb also while we are at it.
Rahul, for the time being, just allow me to speak.
No, but you can't accuse me of being sensible and use it.
Insensible.
No, and use it. And use it. No, hang on. And use it as something to taunt me with. I am being sensible
Now
and
you
restrained.
see-
No, hang on.
you see
Tausif
your
Khan,
limited
because, sir, someone needs to be sensible
are-
on this debate. Because you clearly are not. You're out of your senses.
You are touching upon a field of which you have zero knowledge.
Oh,
is what
really?
I think.
I see.
Yes, because you said, why should we dedicate a mosque to Baba? You see, a mosque is never built for any prophet or god. There's no concept of various gods like it is in other religion. You see, like we can have so many temples dedicated to a particular god or goddess. But in Islam, the concept is nothing like you are trying to imagine or you are trying to tell your viewers as if this mosque is being built for in honor of or for Babur.
Sir,
That's
what
point
else?
number one. Please,
Then why don't
please,
you
please.
just build any old
Please, there's
masjid?
no
Why is
idol
it called the
worship.
Babri Masjid?
Now, yes,
Oh, come
I'm
on.
coming to that
What are
question.
you trying to say?
Now you're saying
Tausif
that
Khan,
why-
what are you trying to say tonight? That this is some
saying
coincidental
you don't
naming.
know anything
I mean, you
about
can
the
build a
religion
mosque
of
anywhere
Islam
in this country. No, one
or
second.
the theology of Islam.
Sir, please. The photograph is of the Babri Masjid,
That's
a
your
construction
deduction.
sanctioned by Babur's generals to prove a point to Hindus. after an invasion
That's
that
reading
was,
too
one
much.
second, that had a
You are
religious,
reading
one
too
second,
much
sir,
into it
let me finish.
without
I am
having
reading
a
too much into
proper
it.
knowledge of the religion of Islam.
Am I reading
you
too
are
much into it?
interpreting in your
Wow.
own way and trying to scare the people of India.
And when
The
are they
people of
making it,
India are not
viewers?
scared.
On December 6th?
The Hindu,
No, when are they making it on
Masjid
December
chapter
6th?
is over.
You see, viewers.
After the construction
You see, viewers.
of Ram Temple in Ayodhya,
Okay.
the Mandir Masjid chapter is over.
Yeah.
Why do you want to take India back?
I am taking
after,
back.
Yes.
The posters,
by
viewers,
reading too
the
much
posters
into it.
on your screens.
In a
The soundbite. One minute.
No, please, this is your channel only, you
Mr.
can
Khan,
just allow me
maybe, Mr. Khan, you are so blinded by your own sense of denial that you are not seeing the visuals or hearing, sir, your own MLA. At least one person in your party today has gotten up and said that these were very bad words. At least that person is not deluded,
So you
sir.
are happy. At least you admit. Now you admit that Trinamool party has nothing to do
One second,
with
sack
this
him.
MLA.
Sack him. Why is he an MLA? Why is he taking
Now-
oath? No, you can't have it both
now
ways.
You can object to
No,
his
just a
name.
minute,
His
just a
name
minute.
himself is
Tausif Khan,
the
listen,
son
you
of
can't
Babur.
change the goalposts with me that easily. Sorry, I come very prepared. I have exposed
No, you have
viewers
not
the
come
mindset.
prepared. You
No,
must
one second. I have.
Read the
Okay,
religious,
just calm down.
The religious text
Calm
first.
down.
First of all,
calm
you
down.
started by
Calm
saying,
down, sir.
You started
why
by
don't
saying
you
that
call
the
this?
mosque
No.
is
Why
built
don't
in
you
honor
call
of
this
Babur.
just an
In
ordinary?
Islam, no mosque is built in honor of anybody.
Right.
Mosque is for the omnipresent, unseen God called Allah.
Sir, great.
Which does not have any idol.
Great.
Every mosque
Why
is
is it
for
called the
worshipping
Babri
Allah.
Masjid?
It is not
Why
for
is
any
it called the
idol
Babri
worshipping or
Masjid?
in honor of any
Why is it called the
particular
Babri
person.
Masjid? Why is
Even
it called the
Prophet
Babri
Muhammad did
Masjid?
not worship Prophet
Why is it
Muhammad
called the Babri
inside
Masjid?
the mosque. First, you have to get the basics correct.
So viewers,
You have to
if that
get
is
the
the
basics
case,
correct.
one second, if that is the case, why for 150 years were these people opposing the removal of this mosque from the Ram Janam Bhoomi, if it is just a bunch of bricks, as they call them, where you actually summon the greater powers and just pray, then you could have removed it. What was so sacred about the Babri Masjid then? Viewers, you see, these people, Tausif Khan and company, are too clever by half. If it is just another brick and mortar building, then why for 150
You are
years,
too
viewers,
knowledgeable
were they
by
thwarting
half.
Hindus who
You have
wanted
a
their
very
place of
limited
worship
knowledge.
back? Could they
Your
not have just
domain
moved it?
knowledge
Could they not
is
have moved
very
it to another
limited.
spot? Could they not have dismantled it
You are
themselves?
saying a
Viewers,
mosque
these
is
are the
being
questions
built
that
in
were
honor
asked
of
of them.
Baba,
Now, you
which
know
is
what, viewers?
absolutely false
Okay, now,
and
Mr. Khan,
incorrect.
now you know what's going to happen? I'll tell you what, viewers, they'll start playing victim and
You
they'll
must
accuse
agree-
me,
you must agree
one
to
second,
disagree.
they'll accuse me of being somebody who is trying to incite passions, and therefore I must therefore...
I'm saying you're reading
I must
too much into it.
I must therefore pay the price which you know, viewers, will be a fatwa. That's what he's going to try to do next, because he lost all
You
three
are not
arguments.
that
Let me bring in
important,
Let me bring in
You are
Dr.
not
Ranganathan.
that important.
Let me bring
There
in
is
Dr.
not going to
Ranganathan.
be any
Dr.
fatwa
Ranganathan,
of
is this
you.
an accident?
I assure you.
Okay, calm down.
There's not
Fine,
going
sir.
to be
Thank
any
you, sir.
fatwa
Thank
of
you,
You're
thank
not
you,
that
thank you. Why don't
important.
you tell some of your friends on social media that? Because every day I get about 20 threats. Anyhow, Dr. Ranganathan, let me just ask you a question.
No one should give
and
any
it's a
threat to
simple
Rahul.
question. Okay.
I am requesting
One minute.
through your channel. I'm requesting, please do not give any threat to Rahul. He's not that important.
Great.
No fatwa. No nothing.
Can I come back to the subject?
The
Can I
temple
come back
and
to the-
mosque chapter is over.
Okay.
Long over.
Can I come back to the subject?
BJP has nothing
Dr.
else to talk
Ranganathan.
about.
Okay, I'm going to
Therefore,
count till
BJP
3,
is
Mr.
dragging
Khan.
us-
1,
dragging
2,
India
3.
behind.
Lower is fader. Yes. Dr. Ranganathan, explain. Why should a mosque be called the Babri Masjid? And why is its foundation stone going to be laid on the 6th of December if the entire so-called affair is a closed chapter, as Mr. Khan is suggesting here on national television?
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. I think you're right in one sense, and we've discussed this away from the debates. You know, one must read Naipaul to understand, especially his two books, Among the Believers and Beyond Belief, that the converted peoples, it's a bit like, they're more Catholic than the Pope. So for someone whose grandfather was a Hindu, the abject Hindu hatred that is being shown out here by the previous panelists is just not befuddling, but there is a reason for that. Anyhow, the fact of the matter is, let them, people like Tausif, do whatever they want. Let them. It's a free country. And the question to be asked is, why should they trod upon the human rights and other rights of other people? That is when the problem comes. They want to make a Babri Masjid, let them. The problem is not making a Babri Masjid or a mausoleum or whatever for a barbarian or eulogizing Tipu. No. The problem is they are doing it at the cost of Hindus and Hindu rights, at the cost of Hindu temples, and that is the problem. I don't blame them. I blame us. Because tell me, Rahul, is there a Hitler road in Tel Aviv? Then why for 70 years was there an Aurangzeb road in Delhi? Why there still is? Stones throw away from the Prime Minister's house, a Babur road in Delhi. And have you ever wondered, Indian Christians never eulogize barbarian mass murderers like General Dyer and don't protest when truth is told about the evil British Empire. But why do Indian Muslims eulogize barbarian mass murderers like Babur and Aurangzeb? Why do they protest when the truth is told about the Mughal Empire? That is the question that must be asked, but not answered. Not answered, Rahul, because that would make people in this country uncomfortable. Because the fact is, our textbooks must tell the truth about Mughal barbarians, not to illuminate Muslims, no, but to illuminate Hindus. Nations weaken not because of their past, but rather by how they are taught it. And for 75 years, we've been taught to forget historical injustices, to eulogize genocidal mass murderers. And so, India is a nation that glorifies self-loathing and self-flagellation in equal measure. So, you have Nehru asserting that, quote, Babur was one of the most cultured and delightful persons one could meet. He was a gallant knight. There was no sectarianism in Babur, no religious bigotry. This is from Nehru's own book called Glimpses of World History. This, despite Babur saying it himself, that in Baburnama, quote, I was a wanderer for the sake of Islam and battled infidels and Hindus, determined to become a martyr. But thanks be to Allah, I became a Ghazi. This despite Guru Nanak in Guru Granth Sahib mocking God, saying, quote, you take no blame in sending Babur as a messenger of death. Do you not feel any pity, O Lord, seeing so much slaughter and pain, unquote? Rahul, this is a nation where people still go and pray at the grave of Aurangzeb, who imposed tax only on non-Muslims, beheaded Guru Tegh Bahadur, entombed Sahibzadas alive, decapitated Sambhaji Maharaj, demolished Kashi Vishwanath and murdered 4.6 million Hindus. Aurangzeb and Babur were Baghdadi and Bin Laden 350 years before ISIS and Al-Qaeda. There is no difference between Babur apologists and Holocaust deniers. Twisted minds in need of serious medical intervention. But it is not the fault of these demented brainwashed zombies. It is our fault. It is the fault of our textbook. It is the fault when you
Anand has no source.
Now, 1 second, you have this jihad loving person
history.
again interrupting. Rahul, can you please turn his fader off? Because I want to end by saying this fact. That Babur's tomb was visited by Nehru in 1959, Indira in 1968, Rajiv in 1976, Rahul in 2005. But none of them ever visited Ram Janmasthan. None.
Well, viewers, look. You can bring out the Britannica Encyclopedia and quote out of it. And these people will say it's all false. Because, viewers, Tausif Khan only believes in the written word of one book. So they don't really care about anything.
That is constitution.
That they really don't. I hope so. Oh. I hope so, sir. Because this is certainly not constitutional.
You don't believe in it.
This is certainly not constitutional, viewers. Lower his favor. Lower his fader, please. Lower his fader, please. I'm not getting engaged with a tutu meme with somebody who doesn't quite have their senses about them, as he began by questioning why I'm speaking sensibly, he says. He wanted me to be irrational and crazy on the debate. Yes. So, Mr. Nikhil Jain, yes, what do you have to say for yourself? You've raised your hand. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Rahul, so I think the problem with reading a prepared speech from a teleprompter is sometimes you get too ahead of yourselves. The previous panelist, my very good friend Dr. Ranganathan, said for the previous panelist, Tausif Ahmed, that he had some visceral Hindu hatred. I was listening very patiently to both these gentlemen, and I did not hear Tausif say one word about the Hindu faith or the people who follow that faith. I don't know where Dr. Ranganathan gets that.
Don't get personal.
My friend, I'm not getting. Dr. Ranganathan,
I'm lowering Nikhil Jain's fader because he's become a troll.
What?
He's become a professional troll. I told you some days ago, Nikhil Jain, that you cannot become a troll. You wanted to make an intervention. Mr. Tausif Khan can speak for himself. If you want to be
Okay,
his
I'll go to the
advocate,
next
sir,
point.
you should tell me
I'll go to the
before
next point.
that I
I'll
will
go to
only
the
be
next
an
point.
advocate for ex-panelists.
I'll go to the next point.
I'm
I'll go
asking
to
you the
next
point.
I'll go to the next point.
I've
Okay,
told
I'll
you
go to the
many
next
times, if you want to be on this show, sir, please, I request you once again, adhere to the rules of the debate. Other people can defend themselves. I didn't hear you defending me right now when Mr. Whatever his name is, Mr. Khan, came out and made some very incendiary comments. You didn't. So don't be selective in your outrage. If you want to go down that route, find another channel,
No,
waste somebody else's time.
Rahul,
I'm counting you down and I want you to respond to the discussion at hand. So I'm coming right back into it. Remember this, the next time you come on this channel, please be on topic. If you're not, I'm going to silence you. I'm not interested in all of this. I'm not interested in all of this.
I'm on topic if you
Yeah, so get on topic.
All right. I'm on topic if you
I'm asking you a question
so
then. No, let me ask you because
Please
clearly I can't trust you with your own thoughts. So let me ask you a direct question. Let me ask you, Mr. Jain, should the Babri Masjid replica be constructed in the name of Babri Masjid in Murshidabad? Yes or no?
I don't support it, but anybody is free to do whatever they want. This is a free country. If somebody is stupid, very well, let them do it. And as Tausif has already explained, that a masjid is not made for a person. The reason that particular structure was called the Babri Masjid is because according to historic records, that structure was made during Babur's reign. Whether Babur commissioned it or not, that is also historically disputed. Be that as it may, the point is that is how the mosque took its name. Now, if some gentleman in 2025 wants to construct a mosque and call it the Babri Mosque or the Akbari Mosque or the Modi Mosque, that is very well his right to do. I don't think we should be.
So you don't think now? Look at
no,
1 second, Mr. Jain. So you don't think, and I'm going to bring in the BJP national spokesperson. You don't think?
Can I please?
Okay, there is no reference here to the original Babri Masjid. That's what you believe. This is just a happenstance. It is by some dint of coincidence. And then, viewers, he also said, if people are so stupid, then they can be stupid. That's what he said. Now, why is he so pejorative? What do you mean by stupid?
I'm just nonchalant about it. I don't care whether somebody is building a mosque in
Do you think Gyan Vyapi should be returned to Hindus? Do you think Gyan Vyapi should be returned to Hindus?
No, what? That is for the courts to decide, Dr. Ranganathan. You can't, you and I, we can't have these rapid fire rounds.
Just a minute.
You have no opinion on it.
The reason why Mr. Jain used the adjective stupid is because he realizes that Babur is not somebody that you should be sitting up for and eulogizing by construct. Certainly, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So then why did Rahul Gandhi go and visit? Then why did Rahul Gandhi go and visit Babur's tomb? Why did Nehru and Indira Gandhi do it all?
Let me tell you.
So, if they are not people who are worthy, and why do you take offense then to one Sadhvi who said Babur ki aulad? If Babur is such a nice person.
All right, let me answer that.
Is Babur a good person?
I don't think he is, but that's not the point.
I don't think he is. But viewers, the entire Gandhi clan has gone there and paid
homage.
That's
not correct, Rahul. Rahul, you can't keep on interjecting. You can't keep on interjecting. Dr. Ranganathan, can I please can you let me have my say? So far as Nehru's visit to the tomb of Babur in Kabul is concerned, there are disputes as to whether that actually happened or not, because there is no specific time. Hold on. Dr. Ranganathan, I wasn't interjecting. If you would want me to interject every time you speak, I can extend that courtesy as well.
I have not interjected.
Can I be allowed to make my point or not? Every time that I'm trying to speak, either I'm being interjected by you or by Rahul. So far as Nehru's visit to...
I can't have facial features expressing...
Please do have your facial features, but please stop interjecting verbally.
He didn't interject,
Please do that.
I didn't interject.
Right, can I get with the point? Can I get with the point? So far as Nehru's visit to Babur's tomb is concerned, that is disputed. There is no specific time or place, no specific time or date that is given for the said visit. And if there is a need, please ask your PCR to play it. Number one. Number two, so far as having roads in Latin's Delhi on the names of Babur, Aurangzeb, this and that, whether they were bad or good, we can't forget the fact that these people did rule over the entire Indian empire. And that is how history is. Now, you might want to erase history. You might want to stick with it. You might want to embrace it, because so far as historic characters are concerned, they will always have two sides to them.
On Nehru, he says there is no specific evidence. On Indira and Rahul, of course, he's silent. They are more contemporary to us. Why did they go there? God alone knows. Maybe there was something calling them. God knows what it was. I want to bring in Siddharth Yadav of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Yeah, I'll come to you, Dr. Ranganathan, and round you off. But let me just bring in
No,
Siddharth
actually,
Yadav.
please do show proof for that as well.
Yeah, we will.
Please do show proof for Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi's visit as well.
Siddharth Yadav. Yes.
अरे भाई तुम निकालो proof, हम क्यों निकाले भाई?
You are the ones claiming it.
No, 1 second. Siddharth Yadav.
Anand, no,
Yeah.
I have 3-4 points to make in this.
Yeah.
But before I make those points, I think this is the first time any Congress spokesperson is showing the audacity to even disputing facts which are well known to the country. A simple Google search will give you the reports, sir. Simple Google search. You don't need to do much. Just Google. You'll have the archive reports. You'll have the archive reports of Nehru visiting Baba's tomb. You'll have the archive reports of Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, of Rahul Gandhi.
Please send the links.
So you don't have to dispute it in 2025 thinking that सब लोग जितने लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं और जितने लोग देख रहे हैं वो सब लोग बेवकूफ हैं और आप सबसे समझदार हैं. ऐसा करना ठीक नहीं है. Point number 2, I think what has to be understood is the politics behind this. Why is it happening? Why are some political parties keeping mum? Why are some leaders, leashed out to say these things? Who was Babur? Why are people trying to do this? Why the date of 6th of December has been chosen? And this is the same politics which we have been seeing in this country from our independence, the same colonial mindset, the same politics of appeasement of the Congress party, wherein it is thought and it is well established that you can ridicule Hindus to any extent. You just have to appease one community and your politics will go on. That's the thought behind this. Or else, when you are saying on one hand that there can be no mosque behind a individual's name, then you should issue a fatwa. Why? How can there be a Babri mosque? But you want to, recreate the thoughts of Mir Baqi, the one who created this. Babur was a known barbaric. Babur destroyed temples, but Johar was conducted for Babur. He did jihad against Indian rulers. All of that kept aside. You want to compare that with Prabhu Shri Ram. You want to make those analogies. You want to draw those comparisons, and you want to ridicule the Hindus of this country. You want to tell them that probably you have struggled for 500 years. You finally waited for 500 years, and through a lawful way you got your result. The Ram temple was built, but we would come back. And we would do that historical wrong that happened. Right. And we would give you back that civilizational insult that happened. And we will do it again. And we'll do it on your face. And political parties like TMC and Congress party will keep mum. Because this is for their appeasement politics. Political parties like TMC will support this. Because that's what they do. If you have to do a Durga Puja in Bengal, you need a court's order. You can't do it yourself. Because in India, there are these political sets which believe एक धर्म विशेष को एक वर्ग विशेष को खुश करते रहिए, हमारी गाड़ी चलती रहेगी. This will not go on. I think this is high time. The people have already responded, and it's high time that these parties also understand.
Now, let me tell you, viewers, that this is a terrible, terrible provocation. It's a terrible provocation, and I just hope the so-called secular parties will rise up as one and condemn this. And there is video evidence of Nehru going to visit this Babur's tomb, viewers, and I can play it out for you.
Show that.
Here it is.
Harking back to the unprecedented floods which wrought such havoc at Kariba, our
Will
Portuguese
you apologize,
neighbours suffered
Nikhil?
even greater personal
Anyhow,
losses.
the point
And
is,
towns and villages were
That was not
this
the
happened in
evidence.
1959. No, please, no, just 1 second, sir, please. Mr. Jain, you have been fact-checked several times on this channel.
Please
and
show
you
it
have
on
come
the VCR.
across, and you have come across.
Please show it on the VCR.
And you have come across. Ask
the VCR to
you have come
show it.
across looking silly, and somebody who might have even
Your
suffered.
Your viewers can see that you switched off the video in 10 seconds.
Who has suffered.
Your viewers can see that you switched off the video in 10
Oh
seconds.
my God, is he a child?
अरे भाई,
Okay, छोड़ो.
Look at this.
There you go.
Afghanistan, Nehru goes sightseeing in Kabul 1959. Play it, bhai. Can you play it?
Yeah,
know
well,
you
I
are
don't want to waste
Gen Z,
time
but-
because I have a very important debate to do on the
Yeah.
Constitution. Anyhow,
Nehru goes sightseeing
viewers,
in Kabul.
the point is, okay,
sightseeing
listen,
mein Babur
listen,
ka
listen, it's okay. Listen, my dear friend, you're very young. You need to read up a little bit before you show up for
I
these
did.
debates. It's okay. Just relax. You'll come up to speed in a couple of years. You'll be very well informed and measured. I'll leave it at that. Viewers, let's just move on.